Live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Orlando Magic. To the paint, Holmgren in the corner. A three, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
McGrady outside. Howard in the post. And he uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got the first basket of the game for Orlando.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over.
Williams' shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Back to McGrady. To the inside. Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Shooting for Oklahoma City.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, you think about the size and skill set that should allow Chet Holmgren to be very good for a very long time.
Here's Howard. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Second team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. And he jams it with authority.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
Howard can't hit. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Holmgren. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Holmgren's got 5 points so far.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition. Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Thunder leading by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did speak earlier with the Magic's head coach. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David. There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Howard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
On the wing, Williams. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens. Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And this is McGrady's specialty. You can't let this guy shake free from the mid-range.
Pass to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Holmgren's got 9.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Inside, Holmgren. And it's sent back by Howard. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities. And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Down low. It's slammed in by Howard.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat for 3. That's a pretty-looking shot right there.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hartenstein. Beyond the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
To the paint. Here's Howard. Back to McGrady. Now Howard. High arcing shot. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Orlando grabs the miss. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast.
Timeout.
Wow. Thank you for the report. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Orlando making a change here.
Dead loud. That was the 407. Joe Mialova.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady.
Well, what anticipation from the Montenegrin center. Vucevic reading the defense well on the catch and shoot.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Give it up again for the 407th and Steve.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. Misses the 3. The Thunder leading by 6. To the inside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
And Banchero, here we go.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches. 1:21 left in the first half. Holmgren with the steal. For 3. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder. Here's McGrady to the left wing. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Magic Youth and Steve.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside, O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Thunder pull it in. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Pass to Shaq. Looking to end the run. Oh, the jam by O'Neal!
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Make some noise. It's time for your 407th and Steve.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. Holmgren the screen. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Magic trail by 13. McGrady, right side. Here's O'Neal. That shot off the mark. Good D by Holmgren. At the top of the key, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Orlando's ball. Here's Shaq. Off on the layup. The Thunder leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's covered by Banchero. Outside Williams. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Thunder. Pass to Lewis. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shaq down low. Fires it up. It's good from inside.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
And here is Caruso. This one for three. Buries it from three-point range. Caruso's got 7.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep. And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
For Orlando, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. He's off on the second.
As much as Banchero's going to get to the line, he wants to be more efficient.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit